coming up in this video, I've got a cracking double rum review for you. We've got Pineapple Grenade, we've got a brand new Grapefruit Grenade. This is from Rockstar Spirits. They are 65% flavoured spiced rums, and they are absolutely amazing. You may have seen this on This Morning in the UK. Holly and Phil tried this a few weeks ago. It kind of went nuts. So I'm going to tell you all about it straight after this. Hey rum fans, Steve the Barman here, and I'm hoping these videos will help you drink, serve and enjoy better quality drinks. So if you like the sound of that, then I'd love it if you hit that magical subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss a future video, then make sure you ring the bell as well, because then YouTube will notify you every time I set a new video live. Question of the video, as we're talking about overproof rums today, in the comments below, I want to know what your favourite overproof rum is. And by overproof, virtually anything over 40%, to be honest. There isn't too many rums in between 40 and 50. They tend to go way up into the 60s and 70s. So I want to know what your favourite overproof rum is. Right, let's crack on and tell you all about Pineapple Grenade and Grapefruit Grenade. Pineapple Grenade has been on the market about, where are we? Oh, about 10 months or so now. I think November 2018 that came out. Grapefruit Grenade is brand spanking new. I've been waiting for this. I've seen it on social media. My wholesalers, the people I get this from, thedrinkshop.com, have just literally got it in. Literally the first day they got it in, I got it the next day. I could not wait to try it. So I've had it a couple of days now. I've had a couple of sips from it, but I didn't want to get too much because we're going to do some cocktails. I'm going to do some tasting with it. But let me tell you the story behind Rockstar Spirits. Where have they come from? So Rockstar, they are, well, is the brainchild of a guy called Thomas Hurst. Bit of a backstory about him. I don't know the full backstory, but I have chatted to him a couple of times. I kind of know his history. So back in where this all starts for me, and he might tell you differently, but for me, this all starts with him back in his days when he was William Grant and Sons, who owned Sailor Jerry. Now he was at William Grant and Sons as a BDM. At the point, Sailor Jerry was a huge bar call in the UK. It was up there with Jack and Coke. You know, people would just come up and ask for a vodka and Coke or a gin and tonic. But the only other ones that really had bar calls in the UK was maybe a whiskey, but Bacardi and Jack Daniels. Morgan Spiced was getting there, but Sailor Jerry came along and was just this Spiced Rum brand that people were just coming up for and asking for a Sailor Jerry and Coke or a Sailor Jerry and ginger beer. Now, as I mentioned plenty of times on this channel before, Sailor Jerry committed suicide. Basically, in 2009, they changed their recipe, killed their brand, killed all their sales. They will still claim they've got a huge market share at the moment, but where I was working at the time, we literally were doing 7 or 8 bottles a week, and we literally went down to one bottle a week within the space of a couple of weeks once, because people didn't really like the new flavour. They loved that vanilla and lime kind of spiced rum. Now let's move this story on, because Thomas left William Grant and Sons to then go and work for LWC and head up their Signature Brands portfolio. Now, Signature Brands, they launched a spiced rum called Old J, and the clues in the title, it was that old recipe Sailor Jerry, that very lime, very vanilla spiced rum. And Thomas was a big part of bringing that to market way back in 2012, 2013. I forget when that got launched. So Thomas was a big part of that. And he was also part of the development. I think he was still part of this as well when that got produced. Of course he was. When that got produced, this is Tiki Fire. I just mentioned that in the question. That's a 75.5% spiced rum. As I say, those of you that follow me on Instagram, that is the spiced rum that I rock out to my hen parties. They're welcome shot. It might be changing now, hen parties. You might be getting some of this stuff instead. But it's lovely. It's just got that sort of caramel, butterscotch. People think it's toffee vodka before they sort of get it down the throats. It's absolutely lovely. So he was part of that kind of brand development there. Now, he did go on to do another role, which I'm not quite sure as, but I know he left LWC and went to work somewhere else before he started up Rockstar Spirits in 2018, obviously with the passion to set up his own kind of spirits brand. As I say, that was the first one. That was the first one that came out, Pineapple Grenade. cool name. There is also another spiced rum in the stables, Two Swallows. It's a 38% spiced rum. It's absolutely lovely, and I will be covering that in a few weeks' time. However, I wanted to, as I'm doing this as a double review, I've heard whispers on the grapevine that there is a cherry variant of the Two Swallows coming out very, very soon, August, September 2019. So I'm going to do those both together as well. But yeah, pineapple, the grapefruit has just been released August 2019. Now this was made famous, I say a couple of weeks ago, it's probably a good month or so ago now. They got this on this morning. Holly and Phil managed to try this, and Holly's reaction is priceless. If you follow Rockstar Spirits or Pineapple Grenade on Instagram, they always reposting Holly's reaction to that, because it's basically one of shock and excitement and of love, and because it is that lovely a spiced rum. Now, just before we get onto the tasting, I just want to tell you a little bit about how it's made. I don't know the full method that they use or how they make it precisely, but there's a couple of things to point out here, because a lot of spiced rums that come to market are very shy, very coy, and they will never actually tell you where they buy their spiced rums for. Some spiced rums like to claim that they love to keep it a secret. Other spiced rums will say that, and we know full well that you know, it's not the best rums they're using. A lot of spices will mask that rum. However, Rockstar Spirits are very proud and are very out there. They will tell you first off that this rum actually comes from the Diamond Distillery in Guyana. Now, if you don't know, if you've never heard of the Diamond Distillery before, they are very, very famous. They make one of my all-time favourite rums. I absolutely love it, but the brand that they make is El Dorado rums, and my favourite rum of all time is the El Dorado 12-year-old, really lovely sort of Demerara rum. Is absolutely lovely. So that's where the base liquid comes from. Now, interesting fact, someone in the, you might want to tell me the full story in the comments below if any of you know this, but I've heard, this is going back a couple of years now, I've heard the Diamond Distilleries that kind of make this and that make El Dorado are somehow part of making Pepsi Cola as well. Something to do with the gases or something to do with the molasses or something like that. As far as I'm aware, something to do with Pepsi is made on the same premises or close by or something like that, something to do with that. So it's a really cool fact about the Diamond Distillery. But as I say, and they buy in their rums. They're just kind of normal rums. They're shipped over to the UK. They would then, the guys at Rockstar, they would then set about sort of spicing up, a secret blend of spices that go into the spiced rums, and then they will add in the flavours. So this one, as I say, this is Pineapple Grenade, and this is pineapple with a hint of salted caramel. And this brand new one that I was really excited about, because I don't go a bundle on grapefruit, but my palate is changing massively. But this is grapefruit with honeycomb as well. So as I say, they get the rum, they will spice it up with the ginger and the lime and the cinnamon and whatever else goes in there, a secret blend, and then they will flavour it up with, as I say, pineapple, salted caramel, grapefruit and honeycomb. So that is how they make it. Now, you guys at home want to know what it tastes like, and I'm also, as if you've been watching a few of my rum videos, I'm actually going to taste it with these as well. So we're going to do each one in turn. We're going to do it with Coke, with ginger beer, with tonic, with ting, and I've forgotten here, the Muscovado mixer as well. So I'm going to see what it works with those 5, but we're just going to taste them individually, and then I'm just going to set them up and see what they taste like with the mixers. Right, so first up, let's do the Pineapple Grenade, as that's been out the longest. So as I've just said, pineapple and salted caramel, just straight away off the nose. Yeah, I tell you, that's all you can really smell. You get, I actually get the salted caramel coming off first, but then as you linger, the pineapple is just there. We're just going to pour a little bit in there, not too much, 65%. I've got these to taste. I've got to taste them with mixers, and then I'm going to do 5 cocktails with them as well. So there's a lot of rum. Right, I like my rum with a bit of ice. So let's just pop that in there. Now, as it's in the glass, the pineapple really opens up, comes out. You still get the hints of salted caramel in there as well. All right, let's taste it. I tell you, that kick, it's absolutely lovely. The first the first taste you get is the pineapple. Kind of explodes on there. And you get this real sort of sweetness of caramel. And the finish, I actually get quite a bit of ginger coming through in the finish. Pineapple is very well, it sounds a bit sort of fancy saying it, but it's very well balanced. It's not overly sweet in pineapple. It's all, I get all three. I get pineapple, I get ginger, I get caramel. It's absolutely lovely. But the burn as it goes down is amazing. For my hen parties coming up and for parties, this is just going to be absolutely amazing. When you kind of swill it around in your mouth, or it's better second time around, the burn hasn't got me. When you swill it, when you hold it in your mouth for a bit, it's that caramel that comes through. Really, really love that. So that's the first one. Right now I've killed my palate with the pineapple. Let's taste the grapefruit. So grapefruit on the nose. Bursting with grapefruit on the nose. Slightly different though. Not sure I'm getting honeycomb. I'm getting a bit of cinnamon maybe. And if you smell it for long enough, that's probably when the honeycomb sort of comes through. But let's taste it. Pour a little bit in there. Right. Ice cube again. Right, swirl that around. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. Wow. That is absolutely lovely. Again, the grapefruit is the first thing that hits you. And the taste of the cinnamon, I don't get cinnamon at all on the taste, but it's definitely there because I can smell it, but not on the taste. It's the honeycomb that comes through. I never would have thought of putting honeycomb together with grapefruit. But that is absolutely beautiful. I really, really like that. Maybe because I've killed my palate with that, I don't think it's got as, it's still strong, it's 65%, but I don't think it's got that immediate sort of burn. But you definitely know that is a very strong rum. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to try. I haven't done it yet with these. I'm looking forward to trying them. But I think if you want to rock this out as shots for a party in your bar, I think these will go down a storm. They really will. Just quickly before I get into it, I just you can get these online. I know it's sold out on Amazon literally the next day of it going on this morning. That one, they are on Amazon. However, my wholesalers, so there's two actually, Master of Malt and the Drink Shop are a bit cheaper than Amazon. So I will drop links in the show notes of where you can get them from direct without you searching. But yeah, I wouldn't have thought these are definitely not out in supermarkets that I know of yet. But whether they are in the future, I don't know. But definitely, that honeycomb. The honeycomb's still there. It's like, do you know what? It's really reminded me of now. One of those the Magnum ice creams, the honeycomb Magnum ice cream. Oh, that's what I can really taste. It's really, really love that. Grapefruit just works really well. Right. Now what I'm going to do, we'll go back to the pineapple. I'm just going to set up the mixers. So we're going to do the Coke and all that, and then we're going to get on and test them, see what they're like with mixers. Right then, mixers all set up. So as I say, this is the pineapple grenade, pineapple salted caramel. First up, we've got Coca-Cola Zero. Oh, wow. Cool, that's really nice actually. Very subtle hint of pineapple coming through there, but more of the caramel actually coming through with the Coke. That's really, really nice. Quite happily drink that. That is absolutely lovely. Quite a strong taste. You obviously, you know, if you're going to have a double with that with Coke, that's going to really come through. That's going to be properly strong. So that's the first one. Coca-Cola, lovely. Second one, this is Ting. Grapefruit soda. Think lilt without the pineapple. So with the pineapple grenade and the grapefruit and with the Ting, you've got kind of a naughty lilt going on. So this is going to see how this goes. Wow, that cool. Wedge of, do you know what? A wedge of lime in that, and that'll be absolutely amazing. Really, really like that. Cool, that's lovely. That is really lovely. That works very, very well. Right, the third one. This one, this is tonic. I've just got Schweppes 1783 tonic water. So we've got pineapple rum tonic. It works with the red leg. Let's see if it does with this. For me, that actually doesn't work too well. I'm not a huge fan of that. Kind of it's too, might be a flavoured tonic, might have done better, but the kind of bitterness doesn't really work with the sweetness of the rum. No, not a drink I would order personally. So that's the rum and tonic. Not a huge fan of that. Right, this is ginger beer. I've swapped up the ginger beer because I've really started to like this. Normally I would use Old Jamaica ginger beer, but I really like the Fever Tree. I've always liked that, but so the sweeter rums, I think that works very well because that is kind of a little bit sweeter ginger beer. So we're going Fever Tree ginger beer. Oh, that's heaven in a glass as well. That is amazing. That is really lovely. Again, nice wedge of lime or something there. That is really nice. The fiery. I think I stick out those four so far. I think I prefer the Ting and then the Coke, but that is really, really nice. Right, and then the final one. This is Schweppes. I always bang out about this. Schweppes Muscovado Dark Spirit Mix have been out a year, 18 months or so now. Most supermarkets sell it little 6-packs. Right beside the sort of tonics, absolutely lovely. Muscovado's obviously a sugar, so kind of a sweeter mixer. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Oh, those two were absolutely made to go with each other. That is, to Mr. Hurst, if you're watching that, get hold of Coca-Cola, get on or Schweppes, get on the marketing, get on the phone with them. They were made to go together. That is absolutely amazing. Wow. God, I could drink that all night long. Might do. Wow. I'm so, right. My favourite, out and out favourite is that Schweppes. Obviously, as you've just seen, they just work. Ting and Coke, lovely. You know, they work an absolute treat if you love your rum and Cokes. Oh, do you know what? That is absolutely gorgeous. £30 a bottle, easy. And because it's stronger, you don't need as much as well. They are absolutely beautiful. Love them. Right, I'm going to quickly reset and we're going to do the grapefruit grenade now and see how that compares to all these. Right, all set up just as we were with the pineapple. This is the grapefruit grenade with the same 5 mixers. So first up is Coke Zero. Coke grapefruit. That is a huge resounding thumbs up. That's amazing. Grapefruit, honeycomb and Coke. Wow. And you do get all 3 of those flavours as well. That, really, really like that. Big thumbs up for the Coke Zero. Right, second one, grapefruit and grapefruit. Grapefruit and Ting. Grapefruit and grapefruit. Not as nice as the pineapple. It's all right. It's going to have some fans, but for me, I think it may be the honeycomb. There's something weird on the aftertaste going on there. Not a huge fan of that. Definitely the Ting with the pineapple is a naughty lilt. Definitely works. Not convinced with that. Right. Next one, tonic. Here we go. Schweppes 1783 tonic. I'm waiting. Right, if you love tonic water, that is a great drink. It's still a little bit bitter. The quinine isn't kind of, you know, it's not as easy drinking as the Coke. But I think if you're one of those classic gin and tonic fans that likes a rum, rum and tonic, and you're happy to try that, it's a lot better than the pineapple. Not brilliant, better than the Ting, but I think it's workable for a lot of you. Not for me, but I think it is kind of workable. Right, here we go. Fever Tree, a ginger beer. I tell you, wow, that's nice. The first, I could tell it was going to be nice because that grapefruit and the ginger, as soon as I got it on the nose, it was just wow. That is really, really nice. Again, wedge of lime in that. That is going to be superb. Right, let's see if this little bad boy works as well as it does with the pineapple. So this is Schweppes 1783 and Muscovado dark spirit mixer with Grapefruit Grenade. Right. That is without doubt a 10 out of 10 drink. I don't normally give too many 10 out of 10s, but that is without shadow of a doubt a 10 out of 10 drink. Okay, no questions asked. That works exceptionally well. That, I would say, about an 8.5. My favourite with that is Coke. Coke wins hands down on that one. That is such an easy drinker. I could genuinely drink that all night. Same, as much as I could drink that and that all night, I think I can drink that and that all night. That is lovely. Right. Oh, there we go. Look, that works quite well. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's been my review of the grenades, pineapple, grapefruit. I was going to say caramel there. God, the rum's getting to me. Pineapple, grapefruit grenade, £30, give or take a couple of quid. At thedrinkshop.com, Master and Malt, Amazon next day delivery, but a bit more expensive. I love it. Honestly, they are absolutely amazing. I'm going to do a whole series of cocktails with this. I'm going to shoot video in a minute, and I've got 5 simple, sort of classical rum, Caribbean sort of rum drinks using those 2. But I want to play because I'm getting into a bit of tiki. I've got a couple of tiki books that I'm reading, lots of different recipes. I'm going to use these to try and flip up some tiki recipes going forward. So I might do a whole series of cocktail recipes with this over the next sort of few weeks or so. We'll see. But hands down for me, pineapple grenades with the Schweppes Muscovado dark spirit mixer. Although it does work with Coke, it does work with Ting. You are not going to be disappointed in the slightest with any of those. The grapefruit for me, out and out winner, is the Coke. The ginger beer is really nice as well. The Schweppes Muscovado mixer is really nice as well. The Ting, I don't think kind of works with that. But that's been the grenades. We're going to be throwing grenades on hen parties. We're not going to be doing the tiki fire dance anymore. We are going to be throwing grenades. So that has been this video. Coming up straight after this, if you're watching in the future, we've got 5 classic cocktails that you can make using these. So if you like that, stay tuned. Click one of the boxes that's floating around right now. I've been Steve the Barman. I will catch you next time.